Alrighty, good evening, folks. This is Deathadist back with Turn 8 USA and KMT of Operation Tirpitz in Global War 36. Thank you for your patience. I know it took me a couple days to come out with this turn. Between work and Dungeons and Dragons, I've had a busy couple days, but we're here and we are excited to get started after a little bit of housekeeping. Um, there was a move that Seb had intended to do, which was moving 2 infantry. What in tarnation? Why can't I grab that infantry? There we go. 2 infantry and a AAA from London out into southern England. The Axis powers were gracious enough to be okay with that move. Um, Also, down here, the British incomes got a little janky on the tabletop save. So, as clarified on the Discord, Um, Great Britain is supposed to be at 38 right now. I expect that number will change after convoy rating. Anzac is supposed to be at 9. Also probably going to change after convoy rating. And FEC is supposed to be at 7. I don't think that number will change since they no longer have island nations supplying them, so they can't be convoyed, I think. Let me see. This is the only FEC line. Um, Yeah, I'm not sure on the rules on that one. Because, like, if the Philippines gets taken, then this line, the Manila line, no longer can be convoyed and things like that. And maybe it's counting Sarawak, and so it can still be convoyed. I don't know. And honestly, it's not the American players' thing, so I need to focus on doing my turn right after I goofed up last turn. Last little bit of housekeeping. Shadow didn't actually respond to the message about where he wanted his medium bomber and seaplane landed. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess he wants them both to land in Tobruk. Jesus fucking. Oh, language, damn it. Oh, okay. We're off to a good start. It was a long work week. My days off are Tuesday, Wednesday, so this is my Friday. Um, Please bear with me. I'm assuming he wants them in Tobruk, so I'm just going to throw this airborne symbol up here to help clean that up. Thank you for your patience. Scale that up a lot. Then lock it down. And we will just grab this whole Air Force here. Drop it down like so. And of course, drop this little doodad right in there. Okay, that should be it for housekeeping. Now we'll jump right into the KMT turn. They have $1 to spend. They'll be purchasing nothing. They have no combat moves, no non-combat moves, and they will collect $1. Lightning fast turn there. The US, on the other hand, they've got some stuff to do. We will start off with all of the dice that I rolled on Dice Maiden in Discord. To begin with, income roll. We are within wartime income, but we didn't quite make it. We got a 9, which bumps us up to 61. We are $2 away, but we'll see if the Axis declares war on us before I get to roll next turn, because, well, we'll see what they do. But I have a hunch that they will likely be doing some shenanigans. Also, cavalry are no longer available, but I can build things like strat bombers. Oh boy, I wonder if I might just do that. All right, for our tech program, we rolled the exact same 7 that were on the board from last turn. We rolled an 11 for improved construction, so that's going to bring us up to stage 3. Very exciting. We rolled a 6 for amphibious doctrine. We rolled a 6 for jet fighters. We rolled a 1 for long range aircraft. But the important one, large ship construction, we rolled an 11. So that's pretty exciting. That is now completed. I'm going to lock that down. And we rolled a 4 for heavy strategic bombers and a 3 for strategic rockets. So as far as our tech that are required for the objective go, not looking good. But getting large ship construction before Japan is huge. I also think these are supposed to track completed text, not just the ones on the board, so I might reset them all. And if this upsets anyone, please let me know. And track completed texts with these. So the US currently has 1, and Germany currently has 1. All right. We'll move over here to strategic objectives. Festung Europa was not completed last turn. We've covered that with the coastal artillery getting deleted. But it is complete now, as long as shenanigans don't happen. So I am going to throw the doodad on there. Pacific Buffer Zone is not, Keto Batai is not yet, but Access to Resources and Asia for Asians are both up there. So Axis is doing pretty well. We did lose Big Blue Fleet. There was a comment on my last video about Big Blue Fleet not being applicable when not at war. But if we go over here, it does not explicitly say you must be at war. It is at any time, I believe. USA has twice as many undamaged capital ships in the Pacific. Of course, we don't have that anymore because there's now a bunch of Japanese capital ships in the Pacific again. But that's why the housekeeping got us a battleship and carrier onto the thing last turn. Alrighty. Thanks for bearing with me. We will now jump right into purchases. The US has $48 to spend. We are going to spend it on a bit of Lend-Lease. We're going to do some silly stuff and Lend-Lease a transport plane to that nice new upgraded port here in Cameroon. Isn't that exciting? To go with that airborne they got from Anzac. Very neat stuff. So that'll go over here. I guess I don't technically have to declare it at the start of my turn, but since I'm not in combat at all, nothing's going to really change my decisions. We will also... So, transport plane is $8. We will also be lend-leasing, I think it's $4 to the British. 5 damage. I'm not exactly sure on the rules for lend-leasing facility repairs. I'd like to lend-lease the full $5. To the British for facility repairs. So I will just drop a bunch of these tokens on there. Oh, well. That's 5. I was hoping it would count them. Anyway, that is the hope, to repair that shipyard. Then we're going to buy 4 militia for $2 a piece, which is another 8. Next time I'll have this laid out. I apologize. This is dramatically increasing the length of my video. 2 Marines for 8. And then a strategic bomber for 12. Isn't that exciting? First one for the Allies. And then, with this last $7, we're going to do the unthinkable and start a heavy battleship on the build queue. It's pretty exciting. I'm incredibly pumped about that. It's going to be fun. Alright, combat movement phase. I'm still not sure if escort duty is a combat move or not, so I'm just going to use it as though it is one. I'm going to be moving my destroyers a little bit. I'm going to put 2 destroyers on escort duty in A19. And then these other destroyers, boosted by naval facilities, are going to move 1, 2, 3. and 1-2 to go on escort duty in A-27. So if these wolf packs of subs want to come sniping them, it's going to hopefully take a few subs with them. But we will see about that one. Then, for the rest of my non-combat moves in the Atlantic, I will be moving my coastal submarines here in A-37 down 1 to A-41. It's still off of Puerto Rico. It's still a legal move. This seaplane in Puerto Rico is going to move from Puerto Rico 1, 2, 3, 4 to New York and land in New York. The medium bomber in New York is going to move 1, 2, 3 down to Washington, D.C. Then we should move on over to the Pacific side of the map. Woo! Look at that. Travel the world so quickly. The 2 coastal submarines in P-13 are going to move up to P-6. The transport in Hawaii and the transport in San Francisco are going to do a little flip-flop, taking 2 infantry from the West Coast over to Hawaii. Join that nice big stack of units in Hawaii. This destroyer is going to move 1-2 over to Hawaii and move in port with the other fun boats. And then this transport off of Guam, sorry, the destroyer off of Wake, to be clear for sub. And then the transport off of Guam is going to strategic naval move up to Hawaii and go import. That is less than 5 spaces, so it should work, I do believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. And that should sum up all of my movements. We will then move to placing units. So like I said before, the Lend-Lease to the British is to delete the damage markers. The Lend-Lease to the French, the Free French, drops into Cameroon. Alrighty. The American units, we're going to take the 2... Well, actually, all of the Marines and Militia are going in the Pacific Theater. Oh, I should have zoomed back out. This is so slow. Oy vey. Alright, Marines are going into San Francisco. And then... This is getting ridiculous. We're going to be dropping the Militia 1 into Atu and Kiska. 1 into Midway. 1 into Wake. And then... Pretty sure the other one is supposed to go in Guam. Let me double check that in my notes real quick. Guam, Midway, Wake, and Atu and Kiska. Perfect. Then, last but not least, the strategic bomber is going to threaten the European theater. Who doesn't love an American strat bomber in New York? Alrighty. That sums up my turn. At the end of my turn, I will collect $61. And the US will end with $61. Very exciting stuff. Okay, then moving on to end of turn shenanigans. So we're moving on to July of 1940. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is still in effect. So Germany needs to go up $5. Holy cow, that's a lot of money. The Soviets, that's the CCP. The Soviets go up $3 and then get their tech roll for improved factories. Sorry, folks. Alrighty. So this will hit on a 7 or higher. That's a 4. Tough luck, my dude. Tough luck. Um, Finally, we will clear damage markers from any raided convoy lines. Alrighty. And then that should sum it up, and I'm looking forward to the next turn. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.